Good morning, everybody. I'm Brooke. Welcome to day one of the Money Challenge. I'm super, super excited to launch this. And I want to start by letting you know that today might be a little bit longer than what I'm intending for each day, but I want to set us up really powerfully because here's the thing about money and changing our blueprint. It requires work, right? Nothing's going to change if you don't change. Hi, Tony. Good morning. And there's so much for us to drill in. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Kate. Welcome. Glad you're here. There's so much for us to drill down into around our money beliefs. The truth is that most of us have all of these patterns that have brought us to exactly where we are in our life. And the patterns don't belong to us. They're not ours. They're not our beliefs. They're not really how we actually truly think about things. They really actually belong to somebody else. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Tangi. Good morning. So I'm going to get in flow and not say hello to everybody as you come on. So if you're catching the replay, a massive hello to you. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm going to come back on all these videos. I like to just get into flow and deliver what I can, and then I'll come back and answer questions at the end. So feel free. You're always welcome to add questions as we go, as insights come up for you. And if you're catching the replay, of course, put your questions in the comments and I will come back to them. Hi, Dami. Hi, Autumn. Okay. I'm so happy to see everybody. But as I was saying, most of the beliefs that we have around money are not actually ours. They've just been passed down to us. We get them from everywhere. We get them from media, we get them from books, we get them primarily from our parents. And that's the first place where we're going to look because we have to uncover what these beliefs are first, right? And I am so appreciative of everybody who put in what their limiting beliefs are, what you knew. And we're actually going to drill down further into this tomorrow, into the limiting beliefs and what we do to actually kick them to the curb and be fucking done with them. Because the truth is we all deserve abundance. But abundance is your birthright. Think about our children. This is how we all started as our children when they are like full of possibility. They're not thinking about money. They're not thinking about limitations. They're just like, yes, 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 right? Children are natural born manifestors. They get what they friggin' want. They know how to ask for what they want. They're excellent receivers, right? We can learn so much from our children about this. And then as we get older and older and older, we start taking on these beliefs, these indoctrinations from wherever they come from, but primarily they come from our parents. So, one of the questions I want you to start pondering on, and like I said, we're going to talk about this more tomorrow, but I want you to start thinking about what is it that I actually learned from my mom and dad or my grandparents, whoever your primary people were that raised you. Have a look at what their relationship is with money because chances are pretty good that whatever they took on is what you took on. And so we get to clear this. We get to clear the lineage. We get to clear the ancestry. We get to clear the DNA crap that we're carrying around in our body. We can clear all of it. So let me rewind for a minute because I know a lot of you don't know me and I just want to share a little bit about my story before I dive into what the exercise is for today. 10 months ago, I can't even believe it was only 10 months ago. But 10 months ago, I was very much in a place of living paycheck to paycheck and struggling. Really, really struggling. I felt like there were so many things I couldn't say yes to. We had this mountain of debt that we just could not get out from under. And I had stopped dreaming in almost all ways in my life. And I'm an unschooling mom of two. I'm also a parenting coach. So I was working as a parenting coach and I was completely exhausted with having to constantly get new clients and fill up my courses. And I even launched an online course that there were so many things that I realized were never going to give me the life that I wanted. As much as I loved the work that I was doing, right? I loved it. And I thought, isn't there a way that I can do what I love to make money? And yes, there is. For anybody who has that limiting belief, which I saw in our comments, there absolutely is a way. However, the way I was doing it was not working. And I really got that I needed to open up to something new. I really needed to open to see what was possible for me. And so that's a little backstory of me, of where I came from. And then I dove into, this online space that I'm in now. And in 9 months, I made 6 figures, and I've now like tripled our income. Like our life is totally different. It's totally different. We're traveling and planning, and like we're just a yes family. We went from a no family, like, oh, I can't do this. And I never told my kids like we can't do this, but I knew we couldn't do this. I would just say, oh, that's not how we're going to spend our money, or that's not what I'm choosing today. Like I've always been super conscious of the words that I use, because we're imprinting our kids, right? Especially in those first 0 to 7 years. We're imprinting them, their subconscious minds, the first 0 to 7 years. But internally, I knew exactly what was going on, and my husband knew what was exactly what was going on. And so we turned our life around. I turned our life around in the last 10 months, and now we're traveling and planning trips and saying yes to things, and it's just so different being on the other side. So I want you to know, first of all, that I've been there. For those of you who feel like you're in a place where you're just stuck and you're like, fuck, I just can't figure this out. So I want you to know that I've absolutely been there. So I have crazy empathy and compassion, and I want you to know that anything is possible, because it comes down to us. It really doesn't matter. I mean, part of it is the vehicle, which we'll talk about later on day 5. Part of it is what you're doing. It's definitely a part of it, but more than anything, it's our internal state. 80% of success is our internal state. And I got very crystal clear that my relationship with money needed to heal. I needed to take total responsibility for it. And I needed to clear out the patterns that had been given to me from my dad, because I grew up in a working class family. I did not come from money. And, my dad worked 7 days a week until the day he died, literally. You know, a lot of people become entrepreneurs and really they just give themselves a job. That's what they've done. So he was a business owner, and I worked in a sports store with him from the time I was 13 until I was older. And he worked until the day he died. And I learned that you had to work really hard for your money, and that money doesn't grow on trees, and that you need to be really careful with it and to hold on to it, and all sorts of stuff. I'll tell you all about my limitations tomorrow when we're talking about that specific topic. But today, so that's a little backstory of me and where I came from. So I wanted you to know that. And today what I want to tell you is 2 things. So first of all, I want you to participate. And I want you to know that at the end of these 5 days, so every day you're going to have a little bit of homework or home play. I don't like homework. Home play, right? Home money play. Let's call it that. Let's call it our money play, because give me some hearts and thumbs up if you are ready to fucking kick these limiting beliefs to the curb. Like, be done once and for all. And I am talking about done. Done. Like, no more of around the money. Like, no more. It is totally fucking possible. Okay. Yes, I'm seeing some hearts. Thank you. Hearts and thumbs up. Yes. Anything is possible. You just have to make a decision about it, number 1. So first, congratulations for saying yes to this. Congratulations for showing up, even if you're catching the replay. It doesn't matter when you see this. As long as you catch the replay, you are here. And then your real work is going to be to do the money play, right? Do the daily money play. If you do this, what I'm going to tell you to do for the next, definitely the next 5 days, but if you can take this on for 14 days in a row, you will create a new habit. You will actually change the neuroplasticity of your brain. You will create new neurons. Like, we're going to talk about all the brain science behind this. Like, there's so much here. But what I want to start with today, but coming back to this, is what I want you to do is everybody who participates for the next 5 days, if you put the home play, what I tell you to do at the end of the day, in the comments, then whoever has participated for all 5 days in a row, I'm going to draw a name and you win a prize. Yay! Which I love giving away free things, and it's just super fun. So, and what I'm giving away is like one of my most favorite things in the world. It's just rocked my world. So I'll tell you what that is on day 5. But what I want to talk about today is our desires. That is first and foremost, because I feel like most of us have just given up. We've just stopped dreaming. We've stopped really activating what we truly desire. And if we're going to awaken this sleeping money giant, right? Because that's what we're doing here. We're going to awaken this sleeping money giant in the next 5 days. The first thing that we're going to do is dive into your desires, because most of us have forgotten them, or we haven't forgotten them. We have just tucked them under the rug, or we've given up on them, or we just like put them in the closet, close the door, right? I know I sure had. I had completely given up. So You've got to tell the universe what you want. That is first, okay? Energy is everything. Quantum physics, I don't need to go into all of that. You guys are here because you believe in this kind of stuff, right? So I'm just going to trust that. And we have to know that anytime we have a desire, when we speak it out loud, when we write it, we have got to be crystal clear on what we are actually wanting. And so your exercise today, one of them, is to take a list of paper and or your phone on your notepad. I like to write it because I believe that there's tremendous power in journaling and actually writing it down with a pen and paper. We're also going to address that. But take a list and make a list of your top 25 desires. 25. And they could be teeny tiny things. They could be massive, huge things. They could be dreams that you had when you were a kid that you've never thought about since then. Or anywhere in between. There is no wrong way to do this exercise. I remember when I first did this exercise a few years ago, and my dreams were like to have underwear that fit me, to have new bras that weren't milk stained, from breastfeeding my kids, to have clothes that made me feel good. I remember those three specifically: to have a new car, to have somebody who came and cleaned my house once a month, to they were basic, to me at that time, they were basic. They were like really, really just like getting by. That was me in my motherhood slumber, right? Just like wanting life to be a little bit better, and how these little things would all add up. So I had this massive list of all these little things. And then by the time I got down to like the 15th or 16th one of all the little things, what happens is that your brain starts opening up, like your energy starts opening up, and your dreams start opening up again, and your body is like, oh, remember this, Brooke? Remember this? And you might find that you have new things that come in that you haven't thought about in years. Maybe you've always wanted to write that book. Maybe you've always wanted to go to Thailand for a month and you just never made it a priority. Maybe you had a dream of opening up an orphanage. That was one of mine that I had I never forgot about it, but I stopped dreaming about it. I stopped talking about it. I stopped writing it down. I stopped intending it. We only use 5% of our brain. Think about this, 5% of our brain. If we can just open you up to use like even 8% of your brain in the next 5 days, we're going to be mountains ahead of where we were before, okay? So write your dreams down, write your desires down, and forget about the how. Just throw caution to the wind. It doesn't fucking matter how crazy they are, how out there they might seem to you. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is that you're activating your dreams again. You're activating what you're actually wanting. And what happens is when you tell the universe, this is what I want, the universe conspires to give it to you. I'm telling you, there was one time I have this giant like art pad that is like this big. You can't see how big, like a big massive art pad. I made a list of 150 desires that I had. This was like 2 years ago when I was doing this special book exercise, and it was really amazing because I pulled it out a year later and I started looking down at it and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was crossing them off as they were coming to me. When you write your desires down, you are telling the universe what you want, and the universe is giving it to you, and you will be shocked and amazed and fucking blown away by how quickly things can start manifesting in your life just by tapping into your desires. And that is the first thing that we have to do to change our life and to move to 10K months with ease and flow. And you might be like, how does this work? How does this all piece together? And that's okay. Just trust me, okay? Every tool that we're going to go through here in these next 5 days, one is going to build upon the next. But this is the first one. So write down your desires and activate your imagination. This is the other side. So the next tool is activating your imagination. There is nothing more powerful than your imagination. And you can do this in 30 seconds. You can pick one of your dreams, just one of your dreams, and sit there and close your eyes and imagine. I do this every single day. By the way, I did this for about 3 months straight, every single day, about this thing that I wanted to manifest, which was being asked to speak on stage at the Freedom Fest, which is this big event that's happening in Australia in a couple of months. I was so crystal clear on this. I'm like, I want to be asked to speak on stage. And I saw myself on stage. I felt the feeling. I felt the air conditioning. I felt the microphone. I felt the people's energy in front of me. I felt the high heels that I would wear because I never wear high heels. Maybe I won't, but at the time in my imagination, I was feeling them. So you want to activate your senses, all of your senses. What do you smell? What do you hear? What do you see? What do you feel? All of your senses need to be activated. And if you just do this on one of your dreams for 30 seconds, that's all you need to do it for, is 30 seconds. Close your eyes, feel the feeling of what this will be like. What will you actually feel? What is that sensation? What is that feeling that you will have? For me, I was like, oh my God, like activating that feeling of impacting 2,000 people with my message, right? What will that actually feel like? This is the key, this is the missing component of almost everybody in terms of manifesting, is you've got to feel the feeling. Most people, what we do is we say, oh, well, I'll feel it once I see it, or I'll believe it when I see it, right? But it's actually the opposite. We have got to feel it first, and then you will see it. So in your desire list, when you're looking at this, if money is a part of this, right? Like I want to be making 10K months, right? I want to be living, what will your life actually look like when you are making $10,000 a month? This could be one of the exercises that you do. This could be one of the desires that you write down. I want to be making $10,000 a month, or whatever your amount is. And then you close your eyes, and for 30 seconds, you imagine, what will it feel like? What would my body feel like every day if I woke up knowing that I was making $10,000 a month? What would my family feel like? What would I be doing every day? What kind of foods would I be eating? What kind of things would we be doing? Like, think about your perfect day. Your perfect day. What would that be like? And then you lock in those feelings of what that would actually be like. If you do this exercise for 30 seconds every single day, you will see that your life will start changing. This is quantum physics, you guys. This is your energy and your intentions and putting it out into the world. Between writing down your desires and locking them in with your 5 senses, it is one of the single most powerful things you can do to manifest and start creating massive change. And you have to get rid of that monkey mind, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow on how to, because what often happens is that when people start writing their desire list, you'll write your desire list and then you have a limiting thought, oh, that's never going to happen, or oh, that's too ridiculous, or oh, that's too big, or oh, Brooke, you shouldn't want that, right? These are the limitations that come in, and we're going to address this tomorrow on how to fucking kick those to the curb. But I want you to start with your desire list first, and then pick one thing on that desire list and lock it in. Do more if you want to do more, but at least do one, and think about what it will be like to feel the feeling of having what you want before you have it. This is key. It's key. It's key. It's key. I'm going to talk about it all the time. Let's see. What else have I got? Oh, so the other exercise, and I really, really want to try and keep these short. There's so much to give you. I have so much that I want to give you, but I want to keep these short and doable. So the last exercise for today, so you've got making your desire list, you've got feeling the feeling, locking that in. And the third thing that I want you to do for the next 3 days is get a gratitude rock, okay? Gratitude, having a life of gratitude, for those of you who have been in my magic group, you know what I'm talking about, but having gratitude in your life is the single fastest way to start activating your dreams, to start bringing money into, you guys, money can come from anywhere, okay? I'm gonna help you bust open this mind of yours because, like I said, we use 5% of our brain. Money can come from anywhere, and I'm gonna tell you a story of how I literally found $1,800. It literally came raining down from the sky. It is one of the most incredible stories, and it is a fucking testament to the fact that you don't need to know the how. You do not need to know the how. For anybody who listens to Abraham Hicks, you know this. You don't need to know the how. You just have to have the desire. You have to have the desire and then clear the limitations and trust that the universe has your back. Trust that you are getting exactly what you need to take your life to the next level, because you are. And money can come from anywhere. And what we need to do is be a clear channel. We need to open the way so that more and more and more can come from us. Come to us, rather. Period. That is it. So your gratitude rock is a little rock. I forgot to bring mine in. I have a couple of them right by my bedside table, but let's say that my little oil here is a rock. You're going to pick a rock. Find a rock today. I don't care if you need to go to the beach, go to a store and buy a rock if you have to. Find a friggin' rock and put it by your bed. And at the end of your day, every single day, you're going to hold this rock and you're going to scan through your day and you're going to express gratitude for every single thing that happened in your day. And you're just going to scan your day. oh, this happened this morning, that was really great, and this happened, oh, and the kids did that, and then we did this, and oh my gosh, somebody, let me in front of line, or somebody gave me a compliment today, or oh my God, I got this beautiful email of appreciation today, or oh my gosh, money showed up in my bank account, right? This is what's gonna start happening. Magic. It is like fucking magic. So your gratitude rock, you're gonna scan through your day every single day before you go to bed, and what's happening here is that we're going to reprogram your subconscious mind. This is going to help, right? When you go to bed, right before bed, it's the last thing that you're thinking about is everything that you're grateful for from your day, and then you drift off into sleep. Your brain is being reprogrammed. Your brain, your subconscious mind runs practically everything. We're going to talk about this tomorrow in depth. But this is a way that you're going to tap into your subconscious mind and end your day with gratitude. End your day with this gratitude rock and scan through your day, and you'll be amazed at how, first of all, how much more deeply you will sleep, how much quicker you'll fall asleep. You'll fall asleep with a smile on your face. You fall asleep in a totally different vibration, which means you're going to enter into your subconscious state while you're dreaming in a totally different state. And you wake up in a totally different state. It all adds up. Every single fucking thing that we do every day adds up. So, so here's what you need to know about having 10K months, right? You need to know that your mindset is number one. Okay, that's what we're going to spend the most time on here, is the mindset. And then you need to have a strategy, and then you have to have a way to implement it. And we're going to talk about that too. But the most important thing is mindset. It doesn't matter what business you are in. It doesn't matter if you're in a job right now. It doesn't matter if you want to have a business. It doesn't matter if you're a coach, a healer, a hairstylist. It doesn't matter what you're doing right now. What matters is that you have the right mindset to open up to new possibilities coming to you, period. So, put your comments in here today. I want you to either take a picture of your rock and send it to us in the comments, and write 2 of your desires in the comments. That's the money home play for today, okay? And let me know if you have any questions about this. I'm going to wrap this up so that it's doable for everybody. I will see you tomorrow, and tomorrow we're going to drill down into our limiting beliefs. Oh, and the third thing is pay attention and do some journaling about what are the beliefs that you got from your mom or your dad or your grandparents, your immediate family. What are their beliefs? You can pretty much look at what their money story is right now and know what their beliefs are. So spend a little time reflecting on that, because it's going to be massive tomorrow for drilling down into these limiting beliefs. We're going to fucking kick these to the curb once and for all. I'm going to give you some incredible tools about that. So comment below. If you're catching the replay, hit replay so that it's easy for everybody to find. And know that every day I'm going to do, the money symbols. I'm going to do money symbols day 1, money symbols day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Remember, money symbols, so that you can put that into the search bar if you're not catching me live and find it easily. So have a magical day. I'm super excited to see what's going to happen for you all in the next 5 days, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.